So far, these settings that Dylan has sent me, Dylan from Streamlabs, have been pretty based. They've been...
Dylan from Streamlabs needs to be our new meme.
I'm actually gonna
What-
ask him permission first, because if he would prefer not to be a meme, I'm gonna respect him enough to do it. Because you know,
Listen, the only thing I need to ask him is, what are you wearing, Dylan from Streamlabs?
0.
150.
I was thinking like, whenever you're having trouble on like a boss, it'll be like, where's Dylan?
I want
No
this.
gun for you.
That increases my offensive power. So yeah, we need to find another one of those red boys, and then come shopping again. Because damn. Libra knows. Libra's like, gun! 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 Gun!
He doesn't like that word.
You like a lot of words, but they'll allow some of the most foul words on the platform, so...
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, like,
you're not
I
allowed
know-
to say kill or suicide, but you can spout hate speech and racism all you want.
Yeah, you could definitely say the N-word.
Let's not.
Some corridors with the
gonna-
most dangerous monsters are sealed as before, although I am not responsible for that now. Still, I managed to know how to remove most of the seals. There is corridor 1 in this area. To open it, try to throw a couple of grenades into the gates. Ah yes, the good old-fashioned sealed doors that need unsealing.
It's also one of the things of, like, even mentioning, you know, the Backstreet Boys, World Tour.
Reunion tour.
Reunion tour, sorry. But even mentioning that, even though that is an actual thing that happened and caused a lot of problems, and YouTube's like, if you talk about it, we're taking your money away. And it's
Yep.
like, why?
Or mentioning what happened in 2020.
Well, that's the joke.
Uh,
The Backstreet Boys reunion tour, that's the joke.
Yeah, that's a stand-in
okay.
for the thing that happened.
It's because it's something that's funny, and all the thing about it was what, Game Grumps?
Yep.
The one who actually, yeah.
And
But it's funny enough.
yep.
to use.
Intriguing. I need to go. Oh, I'm going into a dead end, which means either I'm gonna
Something's
die
there.
or there's something good over here.
or both.
Exclamation point.
That's
health.
sus.
There's a boss. There's a boss. Kill the boss.
Oh, it's like that worm from what's it called? Link to the Past.
No, that's a roach carrying a bunch of macaroons behind him.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. That's not doing a lot of damage. For something that takes 2 chips a shot, that is... Oh, there was a little bit of damage.
Oh, it's one of those.
Okay, that's doing work. If you can maintain it for a while.
Oh, I'm out of chips.
No Doritos.
Oh, that
for
thing
you.
deals a lot of damage if it touches me. It's fine. It's almost dead. Get out of here, macaroon roach.
I'm surprised you found that many gold-plated macaroons to follow him around, though.
Yeah, really? Ah, yes, the Seeker.
I am out of
So, amusingly, the Seeker weapon was a mistake in the original game, because as you pick up a weapon a second and a third time, you upgrade the weapon to its second and third tier respectively. And the Seeker was 3 chips a shot at power level 1 and 6 chips a shot at power level 2. So how many chips a shot do you think power level 3 is?
0.
No. Go in the other direction.
500.
That's a little too far. It was meant to be 12, but it became 120. Oh, I need to go this direction anyway, it's fine.
You mentioned the weapon thing, and I'm thinking of Secret Mana's biggest glitch. You remember that glitch, right, Jason?
I don't.
Okay, so the Secret Mana had a huge glitch that let you just get the Mana Sword. Which you're only supposed to get when you fight Flammy at the end. I know, spoilers for like a decade-old game. But, there was a glitch where you could go refight the, like, first actual boss of the game and do, like, a memory overflow with the save files. So that way you would get the strongest sword in the game. However, I want to say that if you were to upgrade it again, it defaulted to, like, its base rusty sword.
That's really funny, actually.
And it was one of those of like, yes, this is like the best weapon the boy could have in the game, except it also would just corrupt your save data beyond belief 90% of the time. That 10% when it didn't, though, it was a god tier save.
Wasn't the original Secret of Mana just kind of a glitchy mess to begin with?
The one for Game Boy?
No, the one for SNES.
Yeah, like, I had to make sure because the original Secret of Mana, if we're talking like the first one,
I did not know
Game
that,
Boy.
Okay.
Yep.
The first one is Game Boy, and it's labeled as Final Fantasy, what is it, Legends?
Adventure.
Final Fantasy Adventure.
Yep.
And that is the first Mana game.
Seiken Densetsu.
Yep. Because
I
they didn't think it would
still need to
sell
play the
in the
game
West
to
if
get
it didn't have the Final Fantasy name on it. But,
I'm seething.
The SNES Secret of Mana, I don't remember being a glitchy mess, to be honest. Are you seething because literally you have to go all the way back around that?
Yeah. I fell for it.
Get good. Did you throw bombs and see if maybe there's something hidden? Imagine there is something there, and now Jason's just like, I'm not going for it. I don't care anymore.
They're multiplying!
I love that they, like, jitter and, like, fall over as they die.
Like when things twitch and die too, I guess? Question mark?
Boy, that really did make me sound like a little bit of a psychopath, didn't it?
Isn't this the bacon button?
Nope.
This is the same one. Oh, we got Nurse Shmup!
Into
The only thing
It
that
did say throw a few, so...
the only thing that bothered me about like Guardian Legend was most of these doors weren't easily known on how to open them.
Weren't there hints in the game, though?
Yes, there's
yeah,
literally a room for every corridor in the game that... Oh, we got more Mega Man music!
And more Super Metroid enemies.
What theme is this?
Which Mega Man is this?
This is Tomahawk Man from Mega Man 6. If anybody's surprised that I know Mega Man music, you clearly don't know me.
I'm not.
Hey man, Mega Man music is pretty kickin', so...
Mega Man
But I
6
remember-
had some underrated music.
Mega Man 6 was really solid.
It's no Wily 2 Stage 1, but yeah.
Well, yeah,
it's
it's
not.
hard. It's hard to beat that in general. But Mega Man was also one of those games that was like hard to really get into in the West when you didn't have access to a lot of things. So like Mega Man 6, I think was like the first Mega Man game I got to play. Followed by like
Level up.
there's a subscriber. But it's like Mega Man 6 was the first Mega Man game I've ever played, followed by X. I was about to say 10, and I'm like, this ain't Final Fantasy. But like X, X2, X3, and 6 were like my childhood for the most part. X2 blew my mind because I was like, wait, you can play as Zero? Out of all the Mega Man games, I think the one I haven't touched that I don't fully regret is Command Mission.
Wasn't that a turn-based RPG?
Correct.
Yes, it was. It's like, that's why I don't have full regrets of not playing it, is because it's not the Mega Man formula, but I also have slight regrets because I love turn-based RPGs.
I need to
So
get
it's
back
really
to doing wizardry games and wizardry clones on my channels.
Yeah,
When was the last time we
Hi.
played Wizardry 8?
rock. Years ago. Obviously years.
Last year, literally.
But to be fair, there was the issues, like his PC issues, so I mean, it's understandable why we're also just not dipping back into it. But it also has been so long, like, we'll boot it up and be like, where the hell were we? What were we doing?
Yeah, it's been so long I don't even remember how to play the game anymore.
Alright, am I going crazy or is this boss just kind of, like, easy?
You're
No,
not going crazy.
Yeah, no, it kinda just does one thing.
what's that one boss in Binding of Isaac that does the same thing, which is just side to side and then a laser beam randomly? That's roughly what the boss is. It uses the original Phantoon coding, which was,
Like,
you know...
I'm gonna let it hit me once just to see if, like... Oh,
That's a lot of damage.
that's a good chunk.
I would have died laughing if you like, I'm gonna let it hit me once at least.
And then died.
Oh.
If this
Oh.
game plays the way that the original did... Oh, the protractor key!
Nice.
If this game plays the way the original did, you can never die in a single hit. The hit that brings you to 0 shield doesn't kill you. It's when you get hit with 0 shield that you die.
I always like that kind of mechanic. But
Level up.
there was
It
like,
reminds me of the Splatoon single player, where they have a mechanic that's just like that.
a lot of
Where was the guy that had the 150 price tag?
Don't you worry, I'm headed back there.
the desert where it went 150. But a lot of games, like game developers will just come out and tell you after a while, but a lot of games ended up having mechanics where if you're about to die and it looks like you, for example, first-person shooters, especially story-based first-person shooters. There are multiple times where it's like, oh, that bullet should have killed me. Nah, the game literally was like, this bullet cannot kill you.
Borderlands
Especially-
does that.
Borderlands does that. There's like
As long as you're above 50% health, you are what's called health gated. It is impossible for you to die in the next 2 seconds, no matter how much damage you take.
But there's also certain things of, like, for example, I know it's not the best game people have played, but Duke Nukem Forever is an example. When your ego is broken and you're on that "ooh, I can die" step, a lot of the times bullets will miss you, just to give you a slight, like, recovery advantage to be able to keep going. And there's a lot of games that actually do that to let you have that, like, chance of surviving. And then there are games like Dark Souls or Elden Ring. Elden Ring is the one that has done it the most, where it's just like, ah, yes, you know, it'd be great. What if there is a mechanic you can just survive on that pixel of health? Except enemies also get that mechanic.
Undershirts for everyone! It's been about 20 minutes. Just saying.
Now that's fast travel. I
You're
want to
over here
go.
now.
I want to go here.
You're there now.
I'm there. And moreover, did I save? Oh
Did you?
shit, I did. Except we're gonna cut off here instead of there because, you know. You know what? There's some qualms I have with this game, but game's not bad. Game's not bad. This is pretty good. This is actually pretty great for one dude made this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really high quality one guy made this stuff out there.
Yeah.
Undertale and Cave Story come to mind. It's pretty good. One
Oh
guy
my
made this.
god, yes.
Cave Story, like, honestly blew my mind. Especially with how much is in it.
Undertale was one guy with someone else doing all the visuals,
I
think.
Not all of them. No, Toby did a good bit of his visuals, but Temmie also helped. Temmie
Also,
mostly designed Temmie.
have y'all ever seen Temmie like streaming?
I have not.
Oh my god, it is the most wholesome, heartwarming, everything's great. Temmie is just like a gem.
I one time saw this clip of Toby Fox speaking in some sort of Japanese podcast, and he was starting to talk about Project Toho, and he switches from this pretty good Japanese accent to his really nasally, like Boston, whatever accent he has. I don't remember what it is, but when he says project, and it's so funny, it kind of jarring to see.
It's so jarring. I know exactly what clip you're talking about.
I'm happy for Toby, though. Like, I hope he finishes Deltarune soon, because I would love to play it, and I'm not going to pressure him like everyone else is screaming about.
No, like...
But I'm happy that he's gotten big parts in games. Like, it's like, ah, yes. Sword and Shield, he literally did the Battle Tower music, and it
He
was
also
super
did the final
noticeable.
boss theme, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Scarlet and Violet, he was a lot more in there. Like, he was all of Area Zero.
Yeah.
And a lot of music in there, and it's like, yeah, he's going places.
He
the
did
main
the Terrorway theme and the final boss theme, which shouldn't be a surprise. They both sound very similar.
They are bangers. And then there was the Toho rhythm game that Toby Fox teamed up with Zune to make a collab song.
Mm-hmm.
And
they both effectively did their own, like, take of the other character and then mashed it together.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
It was one of those, holy shit, I gotta learn a rhythm game for this.
Also,
I love rhythm games, dude.
I also found out, so you know how everyone knows Megalovania. Everyone knows Megalovania. Everyone also now knows that, of course, when you're fighting Sans. Did you know Megalovania is, of course, not Sans' theme for the fight. It's yours. It is your boss music, because Sans has boss music in the files.
Oh yeah, I've
Except
heard it.
You're not fighting him. He's fighting you.
And then also, Megalovania was originally used in an Earthbound ROM hack.
Yep.
It was. There's also another place it was used, but we're not going to talk about that.
Okay.
Although hearing that iteration reminds me of Luna Knights, the Toho Metroidvania that Libran mentioned earlier. There's something kind of amazing. I don't remember her name, but you play as one of the girls from Toho. And when you get to the final
That
boss,
doesn't narrow it down.
I know. But
Yeah,
let me
isn't
just
there like only like one guy in Toho?
I don't think so. All I know is she's the one that has all the knives because that's like the big thing. That's how you attack is you throw knives. And sometimes you
Mhm.
throw many knives. And you can fuck with time. But anyways, you get to the final boss. Oh, Sakia. Thank you, Labran. I knew somebody would know. But anyways, you're playing as Sakia the whole game, and eventually you get to the final boss, and the final boss has a shit ton of health. A remarkable amount of health compared to everybody else. But if you get to the last third of the health bar, you get to the last phase, and the boss music changes from, I think it's Flanders theme to Sakuya's theme.
UN was her.
Yeah. You go from listening to the track UNO was her, which is Flanders' theme, to the theme of the character you are playing as. And there's like it's one of the best sensations on the face of the planet when the final boss is like, wait, why do I hear boss music? Like, just that concept tickles me pink. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Anyways, we're gonna hit the stop recording button now to see if this crashes stream, and if it does, then I will be sad, and if it doesn't, then I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Oh, we're still recording.
We're still recording because we got into a conversation and I didn't want to like cut the conversation. Well, Libran, technically Flander is the final boss of like the main story, and then when you get into the optional stuff, it's Reimu. But anyways, I'm gonna hit stop recording now. Hopefully I start recording again in like 90 seconds.